Let's go.
Sunderland looked to extend their unbeaten run on the road with a visit to the New York Stadium and a Rotherham team in dire trouble at the wrong end of the table. Rotherham had only one win in 13 coming into this game, but despite that, set out to play a brave game by pressing us high and trying to cover off distribution from the keeper. It seems as though their plan was to push us into long or high balls in an effort to keep play on the floor away from our wings, where we are the most dangerous. For this to work, Rotherham would need to play with high intensity and win those second balls. Mowbray, for his part, chose to rest some players and adopted a similar approach to the midweek game last week against QPR, with a seeming 4-4-2 formation pushed out, with Clark up alongside Gelhardt. And Sunderland's emphasis was to be the same as in recent games, to focus on swift transition and switch into space. With both Roberts and Hume benched and Pritchard often out wide left, Ahmad was left with only Luke O'Nien behind him to offer support. Effectively, Mowbray's selection then had stifled Sunderland's best threat and left Ahmad considerably more isolated than usual.
So they're trying to get up to the goalkeeper.
This was evident not just in Ahmad's generally poor performance, but in his sparkling moments, which were only when Pritch came over to link up with him.
Pritchard trying to play in, Ahmad round the back, Ahmad pulls it. Oh. Goes for the first corner.
Yeah, it's good from Alex Pritchard again. Just gets the other side of his man, can't commit and make a tackle. And then Ahmad gets to the byline. I think, is he on the stretch there? Maybe pull it back on the floor for Joe Gelhardt. Just dinks it, look. Gives the
For much of the rest of the time, he was quite isolated and was often robbed of the ball. But Ahmad is a fierce competitor, and generally when he does lose possession, he worked hard to rectify his mistake.
Hugo. Poor first touch. But Ahmad's back there, winning it back for Sunderland. And they'll start again.
It isn't Luke O'Nien's fault that this was the selection, and whilst he's not as attack-minded or pacey at right-back compared to Hume, he does offer a different skill set that could have been utilised to Sunderland's advantage tonight. Luke has been working a lot on the long cross-field switch play, and is probably our best player at nailing this pass consistently. Given the game plan of Rotherham to stifle balls from the back and up the wings, this cross-field switch should have been the go-to alternative to undercut Rotherham's press. Rotherham had some good performances in their high-tempo press. Ogbene gave Sirkin a tough time for most of the first half, seeing Dennis drawn into an obvious yellow card.
So look, well, he's committed, hasn't he? He's had a little lunge in and he's going in the book. I said about Ogbene, he'll do the same. He'll keep showing him the ball and he'll just drop that shoulder and go outside him. Got to be careful now, Dennis. Let's have a look back. See, he just dives in there. Yeah, doesn't get contact on the ball.
He also drew a penalty claim against Sirkin, but there's barely any contact here, and it's outside the box.
Round Sirkin goes down, told to get up by the referee. Pritchard clears it. Ogbene is furious.
Yeah.
Ogbene overdoes his reaction and gets nothing for it.
3 or 4. Let's have a look back at this one. Do you know what? He has a little piece of his shirt, but not the way Ogbene goes down for me. Oh, you see it there.
And it was outside.
Yeah.
Rotherham were just about the best team everywhere on the pitch for the first half, easily winning second balls all over the park. Just watch this passage of play. They press every player and they fight for every second ball, winning it repeatedly.
So here now, just have a look at Rotherham, how they're pressing us. Look, not afraid to throw numbers forward. Press us really high. Here we go again, force us to go long. Rotherham regain possession.
Their game plan was working, and we were slow and dull in response. In general, the whole team seemed lacking in urgency and pace, and this was epitomised by Rotherham's first goal to open the scoring on the night. Look at this. Everyone is slack here. Dan Neal doesn't follow his man. Mishu makes no effort to put a tackle in. Luca 9's starting position is neither inside on the man nor outside at the winger. He frustratingly makes no decision and remains in no man's land, the wrong side of the ball for the entire play.
It's a great finish, and Rotherham are goal up.
Yeah, on his, it doesn't look like he's left-footed, but I'll tell you what, he's put his laces through that.
Sure, we can definitely blame Mishu here. He's slow, doesn't make the effort to engage the attacker when he really could. And his lack of effort makes it difficult for Luco 9, who has to be wary of committing to this tackle because the ball might be subsequently played past him out wide. So I get his indecision. He's expecting Mishu to go in there. But I think this is where Gooch is a better player, because Gooch is more decisive in these positions. And I think that Luke has to engage that man earlier, and I believe Gooch would do. And if it goes out wide, well, there's more defenders who will be back in time for that. Waiting for someone else to act is a fool's game. And in the end, Luca 9 makes no choice, and Ollie Rathbone is allowed 5 touches and a slow jog to the edge of the box to unleash an uncontested shot while Mishu watches on, and that entire play is frankly unacceptable.
Gelhardt.
There was a brief moment of excitement immediately from the restart when Pritchard went desperately close.
In the middle, Serkin's gone on the overlap. Pritchard fancies one. It's a great effort. Oh. What a save that is.
It is as well, as it looked like it was in. You see Alex Pritchard drops to his knees.
And the subsequent corner saw Ballard flash wide.
Ballard with the header.
Oh.
But that excitement, tempo and drive for 2 or 3 minutes after the goal was all Sunderland delivered to a frankly miserable half of football, where it was us who brought the bucket and whisk this week.
And there's Tony Mowbray, and his body language pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
No side in the league has conceded more goals second half than Rotherham, and we score most of our goals in the second half, so surely the second half will be better. We couldn't play this poorly the whole game, could we? But no, it started pretty similar. Here's an early second half throw for Rotherham. What the hell? There's no one bothering to mark the play. It's a free throw, and an easy threaded ball for Rathbone to shoot, despite 6 players we have around the ball.
And the shot comes in, and Patterson's down to his left.
But as the game wore on, Sunderland recognised the impending loss. The tempo improved, and then the chances came.
I think it's the Sunderland fans you can hear.
Yeah, just trying to lift the team, aren't they? Lift the performance.
Jack Clark crosses one. Pritchard inches away.
Yeah, it was near post. He made that not go in. Let's have a look at it back now. Jack Clark goes outside his man. Yeah, it's...
Rotherham sensed it too and began to sit deeper to defend. And then Gelhardt had the ball in the net.
Dan Neil. Decent cross. It's
there
a
it is.
It's an offside.
I think it's Luco 9, is it, that puts the ball in. It's Dan Neil, it is. Puts the ball in. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is offside, isn't he, in the middle?
This is the sort of stretching the line he should be doing. And on the whole, he took up much better positions and much more advanced positions tonight than he did against Bristol City. And consequently, he had more chances and success as a result. More of this sort of positioning, please, Joffy. Sunderland pressed higher in greater numbers. And then Dan Neil slipped again. And for the second time, possibly the third this season, his dalliance on the ball cost us a goal.
Momentarily gets it back, and then Tariq Fosu takes it away. They've got men over here. He's Shane Ferguson. Does he fancy one? He does!
Again, that's come about from a mistake from us. I think Dan Neil loses his footing in the middle of the park. He really doesn't drive it too hard. Shane Ferguson.
For God's sake, man, buy some long studs, will you?
Anthony Parson in off that right-hand side post.
The 2 goals we've seen from Rotherham have been well taken, you have to say.
They have, yeah.
Now Sunderland really had to score, and it came quickly from a Luco 9 cross to Gelhardt, who was again leading the front of the line.
Pritchard helping it on to Ahmad. Luco 9. Early ball in.
There we go.
It's in!
Now we're back in it.
Joe Gelhardt has opened his account for Sunderland, and they're back in the game.
Well, he has, yeah, a lovely bit of play, isn't it? Ahmad into Luco 9, and what a ball that is. Outswinger there, keeper.
He's got to stick to doing this more often. It's imperative he does when we only play him up front.
I think Joe, unlucky, wasn't he, 5 minutes or so ago? Straight offside, but this one here. Lovely ball from Luco 9, digs a good cross out. And there he is, yeah, in between full-back, centre-half. Back in the game. Half an hour to go.
Game on.
But it isn't. Does he look to change it now, Tony Mowbray?
Mowbray made 3 substitutions immediately after the goal. bringing on Alese for the yellow-carded Sirkin, and reuniting the Holy Trinity on Rotherham's defensive left by bringing on Roberts and Hume to support Ahmad.
Then Trey Hume coming on.
Roberts in particular transformed our play. We simply couldn't afford to buy a player like him now if we tried. And the chances came in increasing number.
Roberts clipping one forward for Aje Alese, who stayed onside. Alese!
The more we pressed, the more vulnerable we were to a counter-attack, and there were several opportunities for the game to be put to bed by Rotherham, but it didn't matter now. We were losing. We had to go for it.
Ballard tries to bring it down, but Kelly gets the better of him. And now here comes a counter-attack from Rotherham. They got men over. Connor Washington hits a post.
So look back now, you see Luke O'Nien slowing him up there, waiting for somebody to come and help him out, and we get back there. Alex Pritchard and still gets the shot away. Cannons off that right-hand side post.
With one last throw of the dice, Mowbray sent on Bennett and Barr.
So Jefferson Bennett comes on for Jack Clark.
But time drained away, and we were into injury time.
A bit longer than that, though.
Pato came up for a corner and nearly scored.
I'm sure going through Dan Ballard's head, that opportunity in there.
Anthony Patterson.
Anthony Patterson's up as well.
Anthony Patterson is in the penalty area for Sunderland. Oh, there's a big collision on the edge there. Dan Ballard and Leo Hjelde.
Eye on there. But look, still going on. Look, he's...
Patterson goes in.
Oh, keeper saved it.
Goes back in for another corner.
The second corner saw an empty Sunderland goal with Rotherham on the breakaway, but they were spent and couldn't quite kill the game.
It's towards him. There's an open goal back there. Sunderland come again. We played 5 minutes of added time.
Then, at the death, when we thought it was all over, Alese scored.
Oh, keeper's come for it. He's not got
Ballard
there.
gets there. Can Alese swing round?
Oh, he's given a free kick.
But astonishingly, the referee disallowed the goal.
Keeper's coming. He's got nowhere near it. Let's have a look.
It's gone into Luke O'Nien, I think.
It is Dan Neil, isn't it? Yeah, let's have a look.
This is blatantly a wrong decision. The keeper is nowhere near the ball. Luke O'Nien doesn't alter his run, doesn't body check the keeper. The keeper runs into him and is a mile away from Alese.
Well, the keeper's gone into Luke.
Come into Luke, yeah. He's never getting to the ball, by the way. It's flat. He's never getting there. It's a collision. I think it's very, very generous, that.
There really is no reason this goal shouldn't stand. Robbed of a point at the end. Yes, we were. But you know what? A point wouldn't have been good enough either. So I'm not too fussed about it. We were too slow today. It looked like we felt we could just show up and win 3 points at three-quarter pace. Last season, it took 75 points to claim 6th place in the playoffs. To equal that this season, we will need to win 8 of our remaining 16 games. That's a really tough ask. And next month is full of really tough games. The last 2 have really sucked our momentum. If the players have any ambition of reaching the playoffs, then last night was a warning to them. Perhaps the last. Do that again, and we've blown it. See you next time. If you made it this far, well, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, I guess, if you liked it. Share, subscribe if you liked it a lot, and you'll get a notification when the next one of these reviews comes out. Thanks a lot.